Last time on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, well, we had two big wins of $500,000 and $250,000. Let's see if we can go all the way tonight and win the $1,000,000 on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Thank you very much. Thank you. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Tuesday night at Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Well, we're back on our regular schedule. Tuesday nights, 8 o'clock Eastern time. So, yeah, well, tonight's going to be a fun episode, I think. I mean, we definitely cleaned up on Sunday night's show, which, by the way, was only 45 minutes long. So, yeah, but that is okay. So yeah, I think without further ado, we should get going here right away. Cause why not? Cause if we're gonna make it all the way up and win the $1,000,000, we might as well start right away. So here's how this is going to work. How the show works. We are just 15 questions away from winning $1,000,000 in cash. We have four lifelines. Excuse me, 50-50. Ask the audience. We can phone a friend, and we can skip the question. Now, we can use Googler up to the $32,000 mark. So this is kind of like the celebrity versions of Millionaire in a way. If you want to play along with us at home, then log on to rvn.com, go to the Game Shows tab, search Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and you'll find it there. So, here we go. I'm ready to play. Audience, are we ready to play? Yes. Now let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Let's do this. Here we go. This is for $100, because why not? Get us into the chips right away. What color are the 50 stars on the U.S. flag? Red, white, blue, black. That is white. They are white. Final answer. And we got it for 100. Here we go now for 200. Which of these is a series of teen horror movies that began in the 1990s? Shout, Cry, Scream. No, that is Scream. Final answer. And we got it for 200. Here we go now for 300. Top of the morning is a traditional greeting associated with which country? Finland, Ireland, Australia, Canada. Well, I'm not sure on this one. Top of the morning greeting. Origin. There. Ireland. There we go. Final answer. And we got it for 500. Or 300, sorry. Now we're going for 500. How would you play a tambourine? Beat it, pluck it, blow it, strum it. That is beat it. Final answer. And we got it for 500. Here we go now for 1,000. Which race is held over 200 laps on a 2.5-mile circuit? Le Mans, Indy 500, Monte Carlo Rally, Tour de France. Which race is 200 laps? Okay, the Indy 500. That's what I thought. There we go. There's the full question. I didn't even need to ask it, but there you go. Final answer, and we got it for $1,000. Here we go. We're doing good so far. Here's the next question, valued at $2,000. What is the name of Miami's NBA team? Fever, Heat, Blaze, Fury. That is the Heat. Final answer. Got it for $2,000. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. We are going for $4,000 though. What What is the official language of Cuba? Spanish, French, English, Portuguese. Well, let me look it up just to make sure. What is the official language of Cuba?
According to
Okay, that's what I
Britannica,
thought, but
Spanish is the
I thought it was going to be some trick question like these ones normally are. Spanish, final answer. Got it for $4,000. We are cruising right along right now. We're going for $8,000 here right now. There we go. And then I was late to that. So here it is. The month of January is named after which Roman god? Juno, Jupiter, Janus, Juventus. Who is January named after? Janus. Final answer. Got it for $8,000. There we go. We're going for $16,000. Languedoc is an area of which European country? France, Germany, Portugal, Austria. Well, we've had this question before, but I don't remember what the answer was. Languedoc. France. Oh, okay, yeah, it is France. Yes, final answer. Got it for $16,000. There we go. This is for $32,000. Rome's Fiumicino Airport is also known by which name? Marco Polo, Michelangelo, Christopher Columbus, Leonardo da Vinci. So we'll do. Oh, there you go. Well, that was easy. Rome Fiumicino Airport. I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it. God only knows with that one, but anyway. Looks like a beautiful airport. Whoa, well, they got that ad in the background. Oh my! Um, all shiggles aside, I am going to say Leonardo da Vinci. Final answer. Got it for $32,000. All right. Sorry, Cardi B singing right now. Well, we're 5 away from $1 million. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to go for $64,000. Don't go anywhere. Hang on. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. Well, we're doing pretty darn good so far. We still have all of our lifelines left. Incidentally, as you know, tonight is our second night of our brand new block of shows. Classic Concentration, Tic-Tac-Toe, the Tower of Cash, and the Pyramid. So, yeah, hopefully you are enjoying, hopefully you enjoyed a great first night last night, and hopefully this second night will be even better. But let's get back to this game right now. We are just 5 questions away from winning $1 million in cash. We can only use Googler one time for this point forward. So here it is. For $64,000, let's play. Oh, this is for $64,000. Which of these films was adapted from a novel by Nick Hornby? Magnolia, High Fidelity, Aaron Brockovich, American Beauty. I think I know, but I'm going to ask the audience. Okay, audience, we need your help. On your keypads using A, B, C, or D, vote now. Okay, well, 41% said high fidelity. 24% said D. Well, wasn't what I thought it was, but I think, well, we'll do it. High fidelity, final answer. Got it for $64,000. Hang on. That was for $125,000. On How Life Is was the debut album of which artist? Alicia Keys, Jewel, Macy Gray, Nelly Furtado. I'm going to use the 50-50 here. Okay, computer, please take away 2 of the wrong answers, leaving us with just 1 wrong answer and the correct one. Alicia Keys, Macy Gray. Well, I initially thought it was Jewel. And I'm not going to lie, I kind of ruled out Macy Gray. Well, you know what? We're gonna risk it. We're gonna go Alicia Keys. Final answer. Oh, of course, of course. It was Macy Gray. Dang it. Well, hey, we still won $32,000. That's still a lot of money, and we're gonna start a brand new game right now. Let's play. 64,000, or well, no, just for 100. Let's do this. What is the name for a prolonged period of warm weather? Heat curl, heat frizz, heat wave, heat perm. That is heat wave. Heat wave's been faking me out. Can't make you happier now. Which political scandal brought down U.S. President Richard Nixon? Watergate, Milkgate, Winegate, Beergate. That is Watergate. Thank God I caught that. Final answer. $200. Here we go now for 300. Strobe lighting is most likely to be used regularly in which of these places? The emergency room, greenhouse, nightclub, courtroom. That is the nightclub. Final answer. And we got it for 300. Here we go now for 1,000. No, we didn't get that one wrong. Which god of Roman mythology is often depicted as a small winged boy? Mars, Saturn, Cupid, Vulcan. That is Cupid. Final answer. And we got it for 500. Here we go now for 1,000. Which elected body formally chooses the U.S. president? The Senate, Electoral College, Supreme Court, Pentagon. That is the Electoral College. Final answer. And we got it for $1,000. There we go. We'll go now for $2,000. Which of these Hollywood actresses was born in London? Minnie Driver, Angelina Jolie, Cameron Diaz, Nicole Kidman. I'm going to go with Nicole Kidman. Oh, no, or is she Australian? Let's look this up. Nicole Kidman. Okay, she is Australian, so then it's got to be Minnie Driver. Final answer. Got it for $2,000. Here we go for 4,000. The ex-Marine Travis Bickle is the lead character in which Martin Scorsese film? Goodfellas, Taxi Driver, The Color of Money, Raging Bull. Travis Bickle. Taxi Driver, final answer. Got it for $4,000. That was for 8,000 bucks. What kind of insect is a glowworm? Ant, beetle, flea, moth. What is a glowworm anyway? Glowworm, there we go. It's an insect. What kind of an insect though? Glowworm. Beetles, no. Kind of insect. Glowworm type of insect, there you go. It's not actually a worm, but a beetle. There we go. Beetle, final answer. Got it for $8,000. 7 questions away from $1 million. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll go for 16,000. Don't go anywhere. Please, por favor. Who was Catherine the Great married to? Peter the Third. There you go. That's all we needed. Final answer. Did it for $250,000. There we go. All right, and we still got one lifeline left for $500,000. Let's do this. The writer Anton Chekhov graduated from university as what? Doctor, chemist, botanist, engineer. I don't know, so we're going to have to switch the question here. Okay, we're going to switch the question here. What did Anton Chekhov graduate from university as? Medical doctor. There we go. Okay. All right, computer, please take that question out, throw it away, give us another question valued at $500,000. The Quetzal is the currency of which Central American country? Nicaragua, Panama, El Salvador, Guatemala. Well, I really have got no clue whatsoever. So I think let me see if I can rule any of these out. No, I can't even narrow it. I can't even take away one. That's how unsure I am. I'm going to have to walk away because I have no idea. That's a final answer. Woo! Okay. So, we get the $250,000, which is great. However, if we were to go for it, I was kind of thinking Guatemala, if I'm being honest with you. We would have been right for $500,000. Dang it. Well, that's okay. $250,000. That is not bad at all. My goodness. Well, that was just a guess. I mean, that was, oh my God. But anyway, we're going to take a break. We'll be back. Welcome back, everybody. Well, boy, that was a good game this last time up. Certainly it was. My goodness. The fact that I couldn't even narrow it down and I still guessed and would have had the right answer, that's just that's just crazy, That's just nuts. It doesn't happen. Does not happen. But let's put that game aside. We've got a brand new, fresh, all new. Here we go. Let's do this. Let's play. In what would you normally stay overnight while on a camping trip? There we go. Phone booth, submarine, tent, Tupperware. Well, obviously it's tent. Final answer, and we got it for 100. Here we go now for 200. Where does the Pope live? The Kremlin, Vatican, Graceland, White House. That is the Vatican. Final answer, and we got it for 200. Here we go now for 300. A lunar eclipse occurs when the Earth comes between the moon and what? The sun, Mars, Saturn, Mercury. That is the sun. Final answer. Got it for 300. Go now for 500. The soft part of a dog's foot is known as what? Swab, pad, comb, brush. That is the pad. Final answer. We got it for 500. Go now for 1,000. Which of these U.S. states does not border Canada? Maine, Montana, Minnesota, Mississippi. That is Montana. Final answer. Oh, no, it's not. Shoot. Oh, my brain elapsed on that one. Ugh. I knew it wasn't Montana, and I still. Ugh. See, this is why people think Americans are stupid, okay? Like, seriously. My bad. Well, we'll try it again. Let's play. I don't think I'll ever go to Mississippi, so that's why I didn't know it. Which city gave its name to a cooked patty of ground beef? Hamburg, Brandenburg, Wolfsburg, Pittsburgh. Hamburg, final answer. We got it for 100. Here we go now for 200. Which of these U.S. states has the longest coastline? Alaska, Maryland, Oregon, Kentucky. That is Alaska. Final answer. We got it for 200. Here we go now for 300. A tremor is a small what? Avalanche, tornado, tidal wave, earthquake. Earthquake, final answer. Got it for 300. Here we go now for 500. What kind of dessert is a gelato? Sponge cake, cream caramel, ice cream, fruit pastry. Well, gelato, it's got to be a fruit pastry. Oh! Ice cream? Oh, well, no, but that's not how you spell it, though, because gelato is ice cream. Gelato. Oh, I guess it is ice cream. Okay, never mind. We'll try. Which word is used to describe someone who is out of practice at doing something? Fusty, crusty, musty, rusty. That is rusty, final answer. And we got it for $100. We're going now for 200. Billy Corgan is known as the lead singer of which band? The Super Pumpkins, the Smashing Pumpkins, the Great Pumpkins, the Good Pumpkins. That is the Smashing Pumpkins. Final answer. We got it for 200. Here we go now for 300. Which is a Hollywood film studio? Nightworks, Sleepworks, DreamWorks, Bedworks. That is DreamWorks. Final answer. We got it for 300. Go now for 500. Which of these fabrics is traditionally used for military uniforms? Tweed, suede, cashmere, khaki. What fabric is used for military uniforms? Yes, I know that, but what kind? Is traditionally. That might help us out. Wool and heavy cotton twill. That still doesn't help. Oh, we gotta burn a lifeline, but okay, khaki, final answer. Got it for 500. My goodness. Go now for 1,000. Which of these U.S. states does not share a border with Canada? I'm not getting this one wrong again, that's for sure. It's Massachusetts. Final answer. Got it for $1,000. It's the membership that saves you time plus money. With benefits yeah, I'm sure it does. Oh my God, the ads are killing me. Here we go now for $2,000. Which of these is not an answer when a whole number is squared? 36, 64, 81, 120. That is 120. Final answer. Got it for $2,000. It's for $4,000. The 100th anniversary of which iconic statue's dedication was celebrated in the fall of 1986? Angel of the North, Nelson's Column, Statue of Liberty, Christ the Redeemer. I'm going to say the Statue of Liberty. Final answer. Got it for $4,000. It's for $8,000. The month of January is named after which Roman god? Juno, Jupiter, Janus, Juventus. That is Janus. Final answer. Got it for $8,000. That's what happens when you have these questions before. 7 away from winning $1 million. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Still 3 lifelines left. Do not go anywhere. Stay tuned. Dun, 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 because I know there's going to be an ad popping up here. Welcome back, everybody. Well, welcome back to the final part of Millionaire. So, here we go. Right now, we are just 7 questions away from winning $1 million in cash. Still 3 lifelines left. So let's do this. Let's play Millionaire. Let's do this. $16,000. Which author created the character Kay Scarpetta? Patricia Cornwell, Bernard Cornwell, John Grisham, Manette Walters. I don't know. Kay Scarpetta. Sorry. Oh, upcoming. Okay. Patricia Cornwell. Let's hope that's right. Final answer. Got it for $16,000. It's for $32,000. Where in the human body is the vitreous humor? Liver, stomach, inner ear, eye. Vitreous humor. Eyes. That was easy enough. Final answer. Got it for $32,000. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. There we go. 5 questions away from the $1 million. Here it is for $64,000. Who patented the first successful revolver pistol? Colt, Smith & Wesson, Winchester, Derringer. I am going to use the 50-50 here. Okay, computer, please take away 2 of the wrong answers, leaving us with just 1 wrong answer and the correct one. Colt, Derringer. I was thinking Colt, so I'm going to go with Colt. Final answer. Got it for $64,000. It's for $125,000. Pico d'Aneto is the highest point in which mountains? Pyrenees, I think that's how you pronounce it. Alps, Carpathians, Cairngorms. I don't know. We're going to have to ask the audience. Okay, audience, we need your help. On your keypads, using A, B, C, or D, vote now. Oh, okay, sorry, that was not my bad. Okay, 39% said Pyrenees, 27% said Alps. I'm going to go with the Pyrenees, because why not? Final answer. Got it for 125,000. Go for $250,000. Which of these countries is the farthest ahead of Greenwich Mean Time? Bhutan, Laos, Vietnam, China. Farthest ahead. So basically, instead of Greenwich Mean Time, you basically have to figure out which country is the farthest ahead. Where is Vietnam in relation to China? Because I don't think it's Bhutan. It would have to be China, I feel like. Although I feel that's way too obvious, too. I want to go for it. I want to go with China. But it could be Bhutan or Laos. Although, I think Laos isn't as far ahead as China is. God. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to say China. Final answer. Got it for $250,000! Woo, baby, that was a guess. Here we go, $500,000 and still 2 lifelines left. Which of these films received the most Oscar nominations? Forrest Gump, The English Patient, Dances with Wolves, Schindler's List. How many Oscar nominees does Schindler's List have? 12 nominations. Okay. Although this is total. That says 49 nominations. Well, hold on. We'll see. Forrest Gump. They got 13. Dances with Wolves. That's got 12. The English Patient. Okay. It's Forrest Gump. Final answer. Got it for $500,000! Woo! Ah! That means we are out of time for tonight, but boy, first thing we will be going for when we come back here on Thursday night will be the $1 million question. Whoa, baby. Tonight we won $282,000. When we add it to all the money we've won so far this season, that is the grand total of $5,120,000. Thank you all so much for watching. Coming up next, we will have Tic-Tac-Toe right here on RVN. So make sure you join us for that. Have a great rest of your evening. We will see you on Thursday night when we play first thing for $1 million. And we've got Switch the Question, so anything is possible. We'll see you then. Good night.